Yeah, this is Point Blank, coming in hard around the car, coming with the flow straight from the barrio, and coming with that heat from the motherfucking street. This is PBNN Point Blank National News, the late and the great edition and the ghetto edition as well, because this is what we must do. And we must always do this in every way. Because if we don't, it does not show that you care for your children or your grandkids or anything at all. Even though those same children will turn around and disrespect you, but at least what you said will stick in their head. So you need to wake up. And the reason why they are the way they are today is because your refusal to stand up in the blackness and the Africanism and the power and the glory of being gods on this planet in your ways. You have chosen the path of others rather than your own. To where even many will say things like this: oh, this is 2023. Who gives a flying crap about what happened in the past? Black as is a spade, imagine that. But I tell you one thing, you know what I'm saying? You still celebrate Christmas, you still celebrate Halloween, you still celebrate all the European holidays and sing their songs, and you are fully involved in that. Isn't that their past and their history that you following in its ways? It doesn't matter where they stole the groove from, because even if they stole the groove, they remixed it to fit their narrative and theirs only. So you are celebrating their European history and all that said for to be, because you still celebrate Christmas, you still celebrate Thanksgiving, you still celebrate Halloween, you still celebrate all that shit, and your kids do too. So my question is, if this is 2023 and who cares about what happened back then who are you today? You know what I'm saying? No one just fits in everybody else and choose to deny his own. You know what I'm saying? Deny his own to accept someone else's. One must be strong in one ways, because the past of Africa and the past of our black history and the past of our ancestors and what they have done on this planet Earth stands world renowned. And there is no way for us to just sit there and forget it, because as we see what just happened in Manhattan, you know what I'm saying, and the chaoticness that took place in itself, you know what I'm saying? We see the outrage and the carrying on. But what these two men were trying to do some goodness, it turned out to be chaoticness, because this is the mind frame that in which you're talking about. This is 2023. Who cares about what happened back then? You use back then and all that we find out and know, and even travel the earth and seek out the information and the different art and different things that show your glory. You know what I'm saying? You rather choose to tell them to forget about that shit and just fit in wherever you fit in. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to leave the bullet hole in their chest. But I guarantee you, as long as Point Black is here, there will be no bullet hole in their chest. As long as the General Sarah Sultan Seti is here, there will be no bullet hole in their chest. And we care about what happened back then, just like they do today, celebrating Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, and all that good old shit. You know what I'm saying? You're pork chop eating son of a gun. You know what I'm saying? You need to start to pay more close attention to who you are rather than to fit into someone else's and forget who you are and where you came from and what is in running through the veins of your blood. Just because you were born here in America don't make a goddamn difference. All bullshit. Just because you was born today don't make a goddamn and a bullshit. Because even back then when our people was doing the glory and still doing the glory today, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not exalted in its ways, you know what I'm saying? It's still the power of black. You know what I'm saying? It's still the power of Africa. You know what I'm saying? And Africans must stand up to this now. You know what I'm saying? There is no way for you to sit here and just tell me, oh, this is 2023. Who cares about what happened back then? Well, how the fuck you gonna know where you're going now? You know what I'm saying? You fitting into their world. You celebrating their shit. You even celebrating. I even seen an interview where a guy was asking about Al Sharpton. And he's supposed to be a reverend and a preacher and all this good old shit he talking about. But when you look at their scripture, and you know what I'm saying, and what they say about the LGBTQ situation and many other things, it speaks against it. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that goes. Some put a narrative in order to speak against it, but that's not what they practice. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that trickery as well. But is he a preacher and it says in the scripture not to do this, but he celebrates LGBTQ. So, you know what I'm saying? What is Al Sharpton, Reverend Sharpton talking about? You know what I'm saying? I wonder what Malcolm X would have had to say today when you was on the same boulevard standing on ladders out there preaching, screaming your lungs out to drive the minds of black people down a shitty path. Don't give me that bullshit about you don't celebrate this back then and this. And you go to church and you still call on their God. So what the hell is you talking about? To say something like that is a total disgrace and racism and self-hatred of yourself. You must grow up past this ignoramus nonsense now. Why would you say something like that and tell that to children? You're losing your children by the millions and you refuse to stand up and show true African blackanism. Even Africa today is showing that. You know what I'm saying? You over here in the free country that your ancestors owned and was taken from you. Not taken because the land is still here. Driven out of the authority of the respect of this land belongs to your ancestors. And they were here first. You know what I'm saying? They was it. So now you celebrating a celebration that literally destroyed that. Talking about Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Then you're talking about some evil ass shit, talking about giving out candy on Halloween. Halloween. Then you're doing the same thing on Christmas with Krampus. Thanksgiving with the Kaepernick. Halloween speaks for itself. And many of those celebrations was chaotic that they brought forth. And it takes 3 different groups of people who did that shit back then or more to contribute to the one Christmas that you have today. And I bet you celebrate that shit. Don't give me that bullshit. You are celebrating their fucking past. So what happened to yours, jackass? You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that anymore. We care about what our ancestors laid down. We care about what they laid down all the way up to now and beyond. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't talking about no goddamn S-O-N, Son of God. We talking about the S-U-N, the Son, the God himself, breaded by the very bowels of the cosmos for each one of our children, them security and so forth. Who was you to take this away now? This is 2023. Who cares about what happened back then? You sound like a complete nigga loving sucker sellout. Period. To say something like that. Because they ain't doing that with theirs. They up there fighting to keep their statues up. They up there putting their statues of their people up. Where's yours? This is 2023. So who cares about what happened then? But they ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. So that means that you're celebrating theirs and giving validity to theirs over yours. You are garbage. Let's just be frank. And I don't care who I'm affiliated with. Let me get something straight right here, right now. I'm point blank. I was born and raised to do what I do. I'm not going to lay down mines for no one. I don't care if you're an Arab, a Chinese, or whatever you call yourself. I am not going to lay down mines ever for yours. Even if I was under the conditions of those of my people that was here, you would just have to kill me. Goodbye. Easy come, easy go. But I'll still be saying the same damn thing. Live free or die trying. Come from the great African sister, you know what I'm saying, goddess herself over there. I think it was in Haiti. She said, live free or die trying. And was pregnant, but they shot her to death. And you think I'm going to lay down that kind of glory of that great goddess, black, beautiful sister, mother? God herself and our own people probably sold her out while she was fighting for their freedom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's 2023. Who gives a shit? You full of shit. I am point blank. And I would never lay down. I don't care if you're an Arab boy. I don't care if you're a Caucasian. I don't care if you're a Ting Tong, Wong Ping. I don't give a damn what culture or race you are. When you see me coming, don't turn your back. Because I'm representing straight up black. You got that? And you must always remember that and teach the children right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Teach the children right. Or you'll be playing and are playing with dynamite. Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact and point blank. I just have to get that clear to all my brothers and sisters and all the goddesses of planet Earth. Don't never lay down no matter what nobody tell you. Don't give a goddamn if they talk shit or talk loud. It doesn't matter whether they could beat your ass or not. You must never, ever lay down your arms and resist and pull resistance on anyone telling you who you are, what you are, where you came from, how are you black, why are you standing on this land we call America and they call American. You better wake up because you are bullshitting. And this is why 95% probably of our people vote Demon Democrat. Not only that, took that juicy juice that they shove in your throat. Talking about some herd immunity. Your herd destroy your popularity. You know what I'm saying? Talk about herd immunity, yeah. Straight up destroy humanity. I don't know what you talking about. And that's a fact and point blank. You get that straight. That's a commentary on today. What?